you, Honorable Chair. I thank Madam Chairperson and members of the Commission. Mr. Chairman, my first concern relates to the issue raised by Honorable Basemera about the visit to places of detention. In Table 3 and Table 15, Table 3 gives places visited in 2023-24, and Table 15, 2024, this current financial year. I have picked out visit to military facilities, military detention centers. In the entire previous financial year, there was only one visit, and the visit was to Gulu, the military detention facility in Gulu. In this current financial year, there is zero visit to the military detention facility. I am raising this because most of the detentions and forced disappearances, the abductions, the arrest, by whatever name, has been done by the military. And many of those have happened here in the center, in Buganda. I find it surprising that the Commission chose now to go to Gulu, to go and visit the detention facility in Gulu, yet here, which is the epicenter of all these detentions, it's here in Buganda, here in Central, you did not visit. And if you look at the cases that are going, the people who are being taken to court and others are being dumped, found in many places, they have been tortured. Would we have an explanation why the Commission all of a sudden found it so convenient to run away from the core issue of visiting military detention centers here? The second issue is the choice of indicators in the ministerial policy statements. Many of the indicators are pointing to results outside the core mandate of the Uganda Human Rights Commission. If you look at them, the percentages are about procuring furniture, chairs, procuring that and this and that. They are not speaking to the results out of your constitutional mandate, which is to guarantee the human rights of Ugandans using the different mechanisms available. For example, there is no indicator on the percentage or number of persons released from detention. Because under the Constitution and the attendant laws, you have powers to visit these detention centers. If you find someone is unduly detained, you can order for them to be released. You do not indicate that anywhere in your document here. You do not even indicate the ones you are going to push for them to access justice. So I'm really disappointed to that effect that you chose to speak on so many other things. Now, one of the indicators you have, which is an example of what I'm raising, and I would like to know how much, you said that you are going to procure the portrait of the president. 40 portraits of the president. Now that is your results indicator, the outcome indicator you have put there. Procurement of 40 portraits of the president. I don't know whether the current portrait of the president does not depict him well, or you're actually predicting that after election we are going to have another president. You have to provide for that procurement. I wish you to clarify, because it can make sense that way as well. And how much are you going to spend on each portrait as you in the commission? I have also seen you intend to buy 30 smartphones. But in another budget line, you also talk of buying 35 smartphones stroke tablets. Now the difference is the 5. Are you not duplicating or budgeting for corruption, what we call now slotting in your something for yourself? So you put this side 30 smartphones, and then another side you put 35 smartphones stroke tablets. Are you buying tablets? Are you buying smartphones? And can't one serve both? What would be the big difference in the smartphones and the tablets? To organize dialogues on elections, and you have listed the people, the stakeholders, the key stakeholders I think I've seen political parties and the rest. We have had consistently interference by security agencies in elections, and recently we saw how JAT and the army interfered in Kawempe North. In your plan, you have not provided anywhere an interface with the security agencies, whether the army, whether the police, and you have also indicated that you will be monitoring elections, and in your work plan, you have indicated that you will monitor in the third quarter, January to January, Feb, and March. Elections do not take place only in January, Feb, and March. People will start campaigns, nominations, campaigns, consultations prior, and just about some few months from now. And that is where we see the core violations. Most of the violations take place in limiting the space for political actors to reach out to the voters, to campaign, to consult. Why have you chosen to go only on polling day, to do your monitoring on polling day, which is in the third quarter, and you have ignored the preliminaries for election? The other one is consultancy, the budget of 1.2 billion for consultancy. What kind of consultancy is this particularly that you are going to undertake? That will take 1.2 billion shillings. Second last, I would like to know the position of the commission on some of these things. Your position as the commission, an independent commission. One, on enforced disappearance, the continued enforced disappearance. What is the position of the commission? Two, on detention without trial. What is the position of the commission on the continuous detentions of Ugandans and citizens without trial? Others spanning as long as 3 years, others as long as maybe 15 and 20. What is your position on that? Lastly, I would like to be told of the confirmation on the number of offices, headquarters and regional, because in your documents, there are many varying indicators. Sometimes you want to deal with 9 regional offices, others you have put 5 plus 5 field offices, others you indicate 7, others you indicate 8. For example, on audit, why would you, if you have this total number of offices, why would you choose to do quarterly audits in only 7 plus 5 and not all the 9 or not all the 12? Why are you selective in your indicators? I've seen others 9 plus 5, others 7 plus 5, and yet these are standard procedures that you must be able to undertake. I think that is all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Jonathan.